Hi folks, Mark T here. I run a small metal shop. Mostly what I do is I make exhausts for the 1500 Valkyrie motorcycle. That's what this one is. I make some other parts for this bike too. But what I want to talk about today is I assembled a Harbor Freight media blaster cabinet, and I made some mods to it to make it serviceable. It's not very serviceable the way they set it up, but this may be the most modified kit that they sell. But I just wanted to show some of the things I did. Now I got some of these ideas online, and I'll give her credit down below here when we get done. So let me start running through them a little bit. To start with, you want to go ahead and safety wire the safety catch on this, because if that spring comes out, it's real hard to put back in. You see the safety wire right on there. In order to do that, it's pretty handy to have this tool. This is a safety wire pliers. I got used to using these in the Air Force, and now I can't be without them. It just enables you to secure all kinds of stuff. So it's not very expensive over there either. It works pretty well. It'll put a nice twist on the safety wire. When I installed the gloves, I reversed how they go on here with these bands. So they come out, and then you secure them on the outside like this. It's much easier than trying to do it on the inside. So there's a tip. Okay, going on the inside, we put this together. They want you to use this tape. Supposedly it's going to stop the leaks. Doesn't happen. You really need to caulk it. Every joint that's on it. And the caulk you want to use is this vinyl adhesive caulk by Finoseal. This is a lot better than silicone caulk. It's paintable and everything here, so that's a good one to look for over at Home Depot or Lowe's or somewhere. All right. I painted the inside of this to help the light, but as you can see, the overspray on the media blaster tends to knock the paint off. The lights that they provide are just really no good, so I replaced them with these LED lights I got at Lowe's, and I wired them up with a switch on the outside. It's up over on the other side. I'll show you in a minute. I replaced the gun. I threw away the Harbor Freight one and got this Eastwood gun. This is a foot pedal operated gun. I'll show you that. I'll get closer here in a minute on that one. And we also went ahead and added an air gun on here, so you can blast the dust off of the inside and off the door and the mess and whatever you're blasting before you open the door and make a big mess. So that's handy to have. That's plumbed here, and I run it down there. I'll talk about that in a minute. You want to go ahead and duct tape the holes on the door here, because they collect media, and then it's a mess when you open it and drops on the floor and so on. So a little duct tape will take care of that. I didn't do anything with the door yet, or the window, excuse me. It comes with this vinyl, plastic shield on the inside, so when it gets all frosted up, you can replace that piece. I haven't done any work on that yet, like I said. And you see I added a couple more holes in here for the I changed the pickup in it. Instead of having that siphon thing, I set up a pickup that comes off, let me walk over there, that comes off the bottom of the trap door right there. That allows you to run a lot more, a lot less media. It doesn't have to be so deep. And I also added a ball valve on there to act as a siphon if you need it. How much, whether you need to use that or not, and how much, where it needs to be set, depends on the media that you're using and the pressure that you're running and so on. I went ahead and added a pressure gauge or regulator, also from Harbor Freight, upstream of the foot pedal, so I can control the pressure for the cabinet only, besides my big compressor over here. And I've run it with a high capacity hose. I used a union to connect it instead of a plug-in fitting. so that it's able to keep up with the gun. The Eastwood gun has more throughput than the Harbor Freight one, so you want plenty of capacity. I tapped into this upstream of the regulator for the air gun, so it gets full pressure. So we put a dust deputy from the vacuum connection right here. I bought this one on eBay that come with these adapters. Let me grab one and pull it off here. It comes with 2 of these adapters, which make it easy to hook up your shop vac to that, and also to the other end. And this, I bought it, the one that came with this little piece of hose right here, so you don't have to buy a bigger one and chop it up. The dust that comes out of it goes right into this bucket, and it keeps your shop vac a lot cleaner. You don't have to mess with the filter hardly at all. So that's pretty handy right there. So the switch for the lights, I just went ahead and put that right there, so that easy to get to. So that's pretty much it. I'm not thinking of anything else that I did it. It's working pretty good. Made it into a good functional media blaster cabinet, as opposed to how it was before we did the mods, the way it comes from Harbor Freight. I also installed the shelf here, by the way, upside down. It's nice to have that little ledge in there so stuff you put in there doesn't fall off. Oh, two more things. I added a shelf at the bottom, and I welded on casters. This is a big cabinet, so you're probably going to want to move it to get it out of the way of your other projects. I picked up these casters at Big R, but Harbor Freight sells them as well, same kind of casters. So I'm just welding them right on there. So, okay, that's what we did. Thanks. Bye.